Hey guys, this is Stu from Stuart Scale Models. Basically, this is going to be the final reveal for the Trumpeter British 155mm AS90 self-propelled Howitzer build. I've been doing this kit for the best part of a year, on and off, and at long last I've actually got it completed. For a trumpeter kit, it went together beautifully. The detail on it is absolutely faultless, and with the black dot set, which was suggested by Norman Azure, it really does look the part. And I decided to do it in the European scheme, which was depicted when they were actually based out in Bosnia. During the Bosnian-Herzegovina war, out in what was the former Yugoslavia, which is where this vehicle first went into service and saw its first action. There is a desertised version, or there was, I don't know if it's still in production, which I may well get at a later date. So without further ado, here we are, here she is, and she looks fantastic, I have to say, and I'm very pleased at the way she came out. I'll just push her forward a bit more. The actual basic construction of the vehicle went together very well in a short space of time. The only thing that held it up was because I'd run out of primer about a year ago. Was intent on getting back on the build, but other things that took over, like the Mike Cohen tribute build, and then obviously we had the Battle of Britain 75th anniversary build that took over from it, and then obviously life got in the way. And it got to a stage where it was just sitting on the shelf collecting dust still in its primer. However, I was determined to get one of these two projects finished this year, and this is the first one. The second one being the Thomas Emerson Gruber Tiger build, which is now detail painted and awaiting its clear coat. That I shall do over in another video. But after that, it was just a case of getting the camo down, which went down beautifully. And again, I did this freehand. I mean, I had to have a couple of attempts to touch it up here and there, but it came out well. And then it was a case of basically getting the Black Dodge storage set primed and painted and put onto the vehicle itself, which went on with a lot of ease and added so much more to the vehicle. Then it was a case of basically clear coating it, getting the decals down, and then a case of putting on washes, well, another clear coat, and then putting on washes, various washes, and then it was the weathering process, which I used with pigments, etc. And I also weathered the tracks as well. Now admittedly I have touched it up with a bit of paint here and there, because unfortunately when I went to put the tracks on, it took half the paint off. But to be honest with you, it's barely noticeable. And the only thing that was a bit of a nightmare towards the end of this build is, as you know, earlier on in the construction I'd scratch built the wing mirrors because the original kit ones were so fragile they snapped. And lo and behold, sod's law, I lost one. So you'll have to excuse it if it's only got one wing mirror, guys, but I guess you're going to let that pass. The only other thing was a bit of a nightmare was when I was painting the wheels, this little bugger lost its wheel hub here, and I don't know where it went. It's gone. I think the floor monster's eaten that one up. So there's not a lot I could do about it, guys, so it is what it is. But having said that, the decals themselves went down beautifully as well on the Trumpeter kits. And if you've noticed, if I bring her a bit closer, here we go, I've got a couple of flak jackets on the top of the vehicle there, along with some of the stowage. I individually did the camo on those as well. Must admit, it did do me eyes in after a while, but all told it was well worth it in the end, to be honest with you, because it just adds that little bit of extra detail, so it's there ready for them for when they have to go into action. And again, I basically put down some dark wash, as you can see here, which absolutely emphasises all the folds and creases in all the stowage, which looks absolutely beautiful, particularly this one on the back here, which shows you the rope. And that went on very, very well indeed. And I'm very happy at the way it came out. It did take me a couple of attempts, but it was well worth it in the end. And then it was just a case of, as I say, clear coating it again, then putting all the washes. I've used a mixture of Flores as well as UMP washes, and then basically a case of putting the pigments down to just give it that sort of muddied texture along where the running gear is, as you can see here. If I push it back again, okay, as you can see here. And then it was a case of, once that was done, I basically went over the light surfaces with a light dusting of Tamiya Buff, just to give it that sort of muddied, dusty effect, and also over the entire vehicle itself. And then it was just a case of, for the final thing, basically, if I point my finger here, it's just the visor sight on the main commander's, well, the loader's hatch here. So that was that really, and that was the kit completed in a nutshell. Oh, and also I put some pigments on the top of the grills here, just to give that heated, rusted effect where the engine is. I did use a lot of reference materials from previous builds of this vehicle, and just to give it some reality. And also obviously some photo effects I managed to get up on Google as well. But all told, I'm very, very happy at the way she's turned out. Apart from the two niggling things like the headlamp and the missing wheel hub. But overall, she has come out like a dream, and I'm very happy with the build. Could have finished it a bit better, obviously, without the wheel hub going missing and the wing mirror going missing, but it is what it is, guys. So basically that's it in a nutshell. This is the completed 155mm British Howitzer self-propelled gun, and I would heartily recommend you go out and get the kit. It's a beautiful kit, and as I say, I may well get the desertized version at a later date and have a crack at it again. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the series of videos I've been doing on this build. I'm sorry it's taken so long, but what with life, etc. getting in the way, I was determined this year at some point to get these builds done, and this is the first of it. Hopefully it shouldn't be too long before I get the Tiger done, and then I will do a final review on that one. But before that, obviously I'll do one once I've put all the decals on and clear coated her. So until the next time, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I'll speak to you soon.